All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and their inner-city rivals, the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, outside. 55. Check 55. Mike. Let him know.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
We're going to start. Mike 51. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Darnold now to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On 1st down, Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Darnold. This is caught. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
Go set. Watching the fire. Slam, slam, slam. Lady.
They'll try to run with McKinnon. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready? Thank you, Gator. Hey, pick your game up. Ready?
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
To throw on second down. Hicks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Greystone, travel. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 57.
Throwing again. Hicks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hicks. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46.
Pilot, 64, weak. You got 4. Back. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Let go.
From the gun, Hicks. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end right. Everyone go back.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
We own it.
On first and 10, Hicks. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4 at the Jet 16-yard line.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4.
Blue draw Corker.
Second and 4. He finds his target, Beckham. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw is Darnold. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The tackle made by B.J. Hill.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Giants nothing.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's not going to get me.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
That's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long day. Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
We got sack. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They'll try to run with Hunt, fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets will extend their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jets 14, Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
4 down. 57's the mark.
2nd down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop.
Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Break. The mic. 57's the mic. Let's go. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Shoot.
To throw on 3rd down. Hicks. And Ingram holds it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike's 57, 57's Mike. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hicks. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check 24, check 24. 61, matchbox lights. Mike, 53. 5.
After the penalty, it's Jones. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Hicks. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Frank Clark. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Darnold now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On first down now, a run with McKinnon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Jets.
We're going to sack. 51 to Mike. Lady. You like 3. 218, chopper.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Mike 51. Watch the out. Watch the out. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
2nd down and 10. Darnold. He finds McKinnon complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Mike. Hey, let's go. You can't block me. You can't block me. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kareem Hunt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go.
From the gun, Hicks. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Rosas pulled it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know what they have. They discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, Hicks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
57, Mike, 57.
Looking to throw. Hicks. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A good pickup of 6 there on first down.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mike on side. Mike 55. Right here, right here.
Second down, McKinnon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Bravo. Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. McKinnon. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Come That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
53's mine. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Go.
To throw on second down. Hicks. It's caught by OBJ. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base. 3, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Second and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 11-yard line.
Go sack. 51 to Mike. There's a party now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
28-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back to throw. Hits. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
First down at the 15-yard line.
On first down, Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Switch.
The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Darnold. On the screen, this is Cannon. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Hicks. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Over the middle to Beckham. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Hicks. And this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Hicks. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd down, Hicks. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 25 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. To throw on third down. Hicks steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Charlie. 57's the mic.
From the gun, hits. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 5.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Back to throw. Hits. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
The 20, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree totally. I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches, because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rip right, rip right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Check 55, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Met.